Hello, and thank you for tuning in. You are tuned in to The Encourager, and it is the 21st of April, and it is maybe 7 o'clock or so in the morning. So yeah, I hope you're doing well. I hope things are going good for you. I hope your Mercury Retrograde was good. I am not posting anything on the channel throughout the Mercury Retrograde. That is based on guidance from Most High, and perhaps I'll share that reason. Maybe days or so after the Mercury Retrograde, we'll see where things are. But I know it was for a specific reason, and the reason is fulfilling its purpose. Okay? So, and I apologize for the dogs barking in the background. But I've been giving a lot of thought to some things, both just in my curiosity, and also they've been things that my ancestral self, my ancient self, has been sharing with me. My higher self, and your higher self can certainly guide your current 3D self on this planet. And again, that's anywhere, wherever you are, in any form that you are. Again, not all of your lifetimes are spent here on this planet. Okay? So, just giving a thought to really embodying this thought. And I'm reminded of your swing thought. In golf, I really enjoy golf. I enjoy it a lot. I always said enough money. So $250,000 has always been like my mark for residual income for me to feel comfortable to retire at whatever age. I could have been 40. If I had enough residual to retire at 40, if it was $250,000, I would have felt comfortable in that. 250 has always kind of been there. And obviously, you whatever, deal with inflation and blah, blah, blah. But it's always been 250, and it's always been that number. I don't know, since my early 20s, it's been 250, right? So, more would be better, and that just provides more resources for me to help others, not because of greed. It just provides more to do more, because at some point, right, you don't need all that you have, but it's nice to have because you can do so many other charitable things and so many other great causes that speak to your heart. So anyway, I have been getting some strong impressions, I guess you could say, and I just finished spending some dedicated time with Most High. When I say dedicated, I mean like do not disturb me type of time. And so, and I don't need to worry about people disturbing me because I live alone. And so, but think about something with me, okay? And take a trip. Let's take a trip for a second. Okay, let's take a trip. If you're somewhere where you can close your eyes for a moment, 5 minutes or something, do so, right? Take a trip for me, or with me. I keep saying for me, with me. We're in it together if you are of the light, okay? And even if you are of the darkness, we're in it together. You just don't realize your potential yet, or don't want to. So Yeah, close your eyes. Let's take a walk for a second. Let's venture back to the beginning. Back to the beginning, not just of your birth date as you remember it, not just the beginning of your child's life, not just the beginning of your parents' life, not just the beginning of your grandparents' life. Let's go back to the beginning. When there was no time, there was no creation, there was no flower, there was no tree. Let's go back to the beginning, to the very, very beginning of time, when it was mere blackness upon the surface of the galaxy. Think about that time. Think about that in your spirit. Being there in that moment, collectively, looking at this darkness, the vast darkness, and thinking, you would like to create something that's beautiful, and that's colorful, and that is all-encompassing, that is complete, that is good. And so, slowly but surely, you start developing these places. And you like to create these places for all of the beings that you've created to dwell. And you create this being to rule and reign in all these places. You create this being. And you and this being collaborate. And you name the animals. And you name the stars. And you name the galaxies. And you name the fish of the sea and the birds of the air. You name these creatures. And then you release it to man to manage it. To the being you created, you release them to manage the place that you've created for them to enjoy, because it's just another part of the whole. And then you see it today. What are your thoughts? Where do you see yourself bringing about the original vision that you had back in the beginning? Where do you see yourself from then till now? The difference between those two canvases, the difference between those two images, those two pictures. Where do you individually see yourself in adding to the canvas to better help it resemble the original picture, the original intent? What's your place? What brush do you pick up? What colors are you needing? what paint thinners, right? What techniques do you need to use? The confidence you need from your solar plexus chakra, from your sacral chakra, the creativity from your sacral chakra to help you birth something, to bring something forth that's never been seen. You originally had this beautiful intention in mind. What is necessary today to get back to that? And in all these beings that have been created over time, they are all a different version of you on this one particular planet that's been created. There's 7.7 billion people on this planet today. They are a representation, a part of you, the original creator. What can we do to change the current status, the current picture, the current outlook, the current realization, the current manifestation? What can we do to change that into something that far better resembles the original picture that we had when our sacral manifested the place, manifested the creatures, manifested the living things? What can you do? Do you feel that tugging at your heart? Can you feel the disappointment within yourself as you look around? This is what we are here to do, people. This is what we are here to do. Whether you are spiritual or you are religious, consider yourself an atheist. You straddle the fence. It doesn't matter where you see yourself today. Wherever that is, without question, you are a part of the divine creator, the divine source, Yahweh Ptah. You are a part of that. And you have a temporary, brief opportunity here this lifetime. Far too soon we are hit with tragic information, disappointing information, and we all think that we're going to have this all pretty planned out way that we're going to end up exiting this earth physically. But the truth is, only those who are aware and sensitive enough to the frequency and vibration know when. And they can call their time. This is what happens when you find that individuals, they might be a news anchor, okay? And they say something on television and it's nationally broadcasted, and then come to find out it happens. And that's the way they went, right? Or some YouTube influencer, right? Because they were tuned into something higher than the 3D low vibration matrix. Okay? So I strongly, strongly, strongly encourage each of us to, if we do not know today, that's okay. But to, as soon as possible, raise your vibration and find out where you belong. Okay? You need to find out where your place is. You need to do whatever you need to do in order to get in that rightful place. Because the truth is, the abundance will not flow to you until you are. The abundance can't flow to you everywhere. Okay? There are people that you might be around who, if the abundance flowed to you today, they would take you for all you had. Okay? If you're unfamiliar with the story of, I believe his name is Abraham. It happened down in Florida when the gentleman who won the lottery and was taken advantage of and then unalived by some deceiving karmic demonic Jezebel spirit, who thankfully today is serving time and still denounces her and still proclaims her innocence, which is ridiculous. So when you find a body buried in cement at your property, like, really? Give me a fucking break. Get out of my face. So anyway, so yes, I don't know. Today I'm definitely feeling like I don't care who the fuck you are either with this thing or you are not. And if you are not, your ass getting left. It's 17 minutes exactly when I look down at the timer. You are getting left. And that's exactly how I feel today. If you don't have your shit together, and what do I mean by having your shit together, right? I don't mean perfection. What I mean is you are following your higher self, your intuition. You're not being misled by man. You're not being misled by religion. You're not being misled by your friends, by your parents, by your spouse, by your kids, by your boss, by your nobody. You function as your own divine being, good, bad, ugly, or otherwise. That's what I mean. Okay? And can't nobody shake you off that. If that is you, baby, you're on board. Okay? Because everybody else, they are getting left behind. There are those who are running after the train. I literally see someone running after the train like they do in the movies, trying to catch on. You know what I mean? People, get ready. There's a train coming. Don't need no ticket. Just get on board. All you need is faith. The diesel's coming. Don't need no ticket. Just thank the Lord. Hit it, Al Green. I think he just had a birthday recently. Yeah. There's no ticket to purchase other than your obedience to follow your higher self. If you accepted the Lord and got baptized in church when you were 12, guess what? That ain't it. I'm sorry. That ain't it. That's just the truth. That is not it. Because that religiousness taught you nothing about your energetic self. It taught you nothing about your true self. Did it tell you that you have lived here many lifetimes? Did it tell you that you are more than a human? Did it tell you that you are either extraterrestrial, did it talk to you about your ancient bloodline? Did it talk to you about your ancestors? Did it tell you that you can be, right, reincarnated? You can be, because otherwise, if you haven't been there before, how do you explain deja vu? The Bible doesn't teach you these things because the dumbasses took them out because they don't want you to know, right? We know all about that now. If you've been a part of this channel for any length of time, you know all about that, okay? Vatican, Roman Catholic Church, secret societies, blah, 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 right? But we're past that today because we know what they've done. Today, we are putting ourselves in position to get the earth, because that's where we are right now. That's where I am. To get the earth, and that's where I am, get the earth back to the original, or at least some semblance thereof, because it's been 400 years since Most High has been remotely pleased with anything that resembled the original church as Yeshua showed us, okay, and the others showed us, our ancient ancestors, whether Egyptian or otherwise, that showed us. And again, I'm very familiar with the Egyptian because that is my ancestry, Egyptian shamanic. So again, I encourage you to do that. Again, get familiar with you. And I'm not talking about just asking your parents like where you're from. No, I'm talking about your birth chart. I'm talking about accessing your Akashic records. I'm talking about going deeper than any religion will ever tell you, will ever show you. Religion is to keep you dumbed down, period, point blank. That's all religion is. It is a control mechanism. That's why they are zombies. Time to go to church. And you see the truck of them every week. It's a convoy every week to hear or listen to someone who is using a book that was manipulated and raped by man, and in fact does not contain a quarter of what Most High has released to man and that has been written. Doesn't contain a quarter of it. And here is a man or a woman using this manipulated book to teach you. And people wonder why their lives are the way that they are, why they're stagnant, why they continue to pray and things don't happen, why things are sporadic. Why did it happen this time? But then when I prayed again, it did. Why is it a roller coaster? You want to know why? Because sometimes you tap into the right energy and most of the time you don't, because most of the time you're doing things based on religion or tradition that yields nothing. Have Thanksgiving in July. Why? I don't know, because nobody else do, and for some reason everybody thinks July is in, or except Thanksgiving needs to be in November. Who cares? Have Thanksgiving in July. Nobody cares. You can have Thanksgiving whenever you want to. You need to have it every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what? Who cares? Fuck norm. What is that? You know? Yeah. So, yep. Yeah, I was thinking about my kidney transplant. And 7717 is definitely a different kind of birthday for me. That's not my birth date on my birth certificate. But that's the date that I received my kidney transplant. And I never saw it as a death sentence because Most High told me that it wasn't from day one. So I wasn't even concerned. He told me that before the catheter even went into my chest for dialysis. So, but that's a kind of birthday. I celebrate that. Okay? So, whether somebody else would understand that or agree with it, that doesn't matter. Again, what I'm trying to create and what Most High is trying to create, what I'm trying to heal, what Most High is trying to heal is the egoic nature of man tied to religion. And the egoic nature of man is tied to religion. That's why they tell you you need to go there every week and listen to what they got to say. Not to go within and search out for yourself. They don't tell you to align your 7 main chakras. They don't talk to you about your crown chakra and how you can get downloads when your crown chakra is open and you can hear from Most High. Your ancestors. You can hear from these individuals. They don't tell you that. So what does sporadic spirituality means? Someone shows up in a dream to you, trying to deliver you a message. You, visually through your pupils, you see something. Someone shows up, an image, someone who passed away. They come to visit you. You have an out-of-the-body experience. Things of these nature. That's what they could look like, right? But they're not consistent. Every time I pray for a miracle, and let's just say that. Let's talk about healing. Every time I declare healing in this body, it's done. Without question. Every time. Every time. It doesn't matter. That's consistency. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be knee. It could be a back. It could be a kidney. It could be a liver. It could be a headache. It could be a toothache. It could be an eye ache. It could be a thumb ache. It could be a whatever. It doesn't matter. Anything is healed. Why? Because I know who I am and the power that I possess. And that is only through true, pure recognition, 1, of my higher self, and 2, stepping away from religion and seeking out Most High for myself. This is why you are told in that book, again, some things are true and some things are lies in that book. Because some things were manipulated by man in order to deceive you, to keep you believing that you need to confess your sins to a man before you can be forgiven. You were born spiritually mature. Your spirit, when you were birthed, is spiritually mature, just like that man is standing up there, or man behind that cage or screen or whatever it is that they do, trying to get you to tell them all of your sins. That same fucker is raping boys. And they're sweeping the shit under the rug. And they're the richest fucking religion on this earth. And people continue to give them millions upon millions upon billions of dollars every single year. Why? Because the program. That's why. Why else? If I walked up to you and I said, hello, my name is John Smith. I am a rapist. May I take your 8-year-old boy with me? You would say no. And I say, well, if you won't do that, will you give me $5,000 this year and donate it to my church? You would look at me like I'm crazy. You might throw something at me. You might call somebody, authorities. You know what I'm saying? But people in religion, they go give these dumbasses their money. That's what they do. And then they got to show up on TV telling their lies or end up dead in hotels like Zachary Timms or whatever. Plane crash like Gwen Shambling, whoever. Right? Die of AIDS like James Cleveland. Blah, blah, blah. This goes on and on, right? So, going back to our original vision, you had a vision at the beginning of time. Now you see this place, this earth. This is just one of the billion, million, gillion, gajillion, whatever that you have created. This is just one, and I'm talking to the beings that are a part of this place, this energetic space, this atmosphere, this realm right now. I am really channeling Her name is Energy. I haven't listened to her in a very, 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 very long time. But I think, oh, maybe it's Energy. Innerg, I think. It might be Inner space G, the letter G. I can't remember. I haven't listened to her in a long time. So anyway, but I'm kind of like channeling her, and I'm kind of like feeling her here or something like that. I don't know if that makes sense to you. It might not. But just like you feel other people around you, you know when someone's staring at you, for instance, right? That's energy. Okay, it's no different. And I think she's actually on the West Coast too. I don't know. I think she is. So anyway, when we're seeing these things, again, from a higher perspective, you can't look at these things from a lower perspective, because if you look at these things from a lower vibration, you are the drug addict, you are the prostitute, you are the Ponzi scheme, you are the Dr. Kevorkian. That is you. You are the Jeffrey Dahmer. That is you. Okay? Okay. So, I was thinking about, like, just some of the ugliest stories of individual, like, demonic spirits that I've ever heard of in this lifetime. And one of them is the guy, the serial killer that was in Jacksonville, I think. Yeah, in Jacksonville. Was it Jacksonville or Gainesville? I think it was Jacksonville. But his name is Duro, I believe. Droeue or EUR. Duro. The unusual looking name or spelling of Duro, I think, is his last name. I don't remember his first name, right? But that guy, I remember when I first saw his face years ago. I remember when I first saw his image on his face. And immediately I thought, that's a demon. Like, immediately, just his face. They didn't have to tell me his story. I just looked and I just like, he just emits that. Okay? So, everyone, as I said, is from the same source. The devil was once a part of the kingdom. Jezebel was once part of the kingdom. The Azazel spirit, 33 minutes exactly on the timer. Azazel, the spirit that had Azazel. Have you ever seen the movie Fallen with Denzel Washington? Right? Old movie for sure. But with John Goodman, Denzel Washington. I don't remember the other stars in the movie. But and I really like John Goodman as an actor. He's great. He just is to me. I don't know why. It doesn't matter what he's in. It could be Roseanne. It could be The Babe. It could be playing Fred Flintstone. It could be. It doesn't matter. To me, he's just I don't know. There's just something very, very wholesome and good about John Goodman. he just seems that way. So anyway, so in that movie, they talk about this demon. And I think they call it Azazel, okay? And this demon, and Azazel also, by the way, as we read in the book of Enoch, Azazel, okay, is the also the demonic in the demonic spirit, okay, back in the beginning that talked to Adam and Eve. Same spirit, Azazel, back in the beginning. Same one. It's the devil. Same spirit, right? The one who gets you to go out to do things that you know you shouldn't, Azazel. It doesn't matter your age. You could be 40. You still have friends. They convince you to do shit you shouldn't do. Azazel. Okay? And I might start doing that. I might just go around and just, nope, that's Azazel. Nope, that's Azazel. Nope, that's Azazel. Okay? So, again, everybody's complaining, but ain't nobody doing shit about it. Okay? And I know that's not proper English, but it sounds better. Everybody's complaining, but ain't nobody doing shit about it, and it's time somebody do something about it. Stop the complaining. If you're going to pray, don't complain. If you're going to complain, don't pray. Right? Stop complaining. It's time to have boots on the fucking ground. And I don't mean picketing and all that shit, because that does nothing. One genuine, sincere prayer from one true heart does more than a million man march will fucking ever do. Let me tell you something about Black Lives Matter. Those motherfuckers are in debt to the IRS for millions of dollars today. Millions of dollars. That's why I denounced their ass. That's why I never supported them. And it was always a dumbass fucking crooked scheme to me. Black Lives Matter. Every life matters. I don't care what your fucking explanation is. I don't care about the fucking cruelty, because there are fucking Mexicans who are perpetrated. There are fucking Filipinos. There are Caucasians. There are Spanish. There are Canadians. Shut the fuck up. Stop it. Okay? Need to get to some universal understanding here that everybody is discriminated against. Everybody. Stop your fucking whining. Let's get to work. What do we need to do? Okay? Who do we need to team up with? What collaborations need to happen? What do we need to do to raise the vibration of this planet instead of just complaining? Because even the people who are chosen complain, and this is unfortunate. I've never been a complainer. I've never been a complainer. When the tough gets going, I buckle the fuck down and I say, it's what we got to do. It's where we are. What are we going to do? I'm not lazy. So I'm not just going to sit here and just wallow. We need to do something. What are we going to do? Right? So let's go. Collective solar eclipses happened. Let's go. All of you who are sitting on shit, let's go. High vibration, light workers, star seeds, healers, empaths. We're all talking about the collective and what we need to do and how we need to do it. Well, guess what? Now is the time, and this is the place. There are steps that need to be taken in order for us to do this. It's not just a spiritual thing, it's a physical thing as well. Just like, again, faith and money. Your faith here on earth in the 3D don't do a damn thing, because you can call the electric company. You can tell them, I got faith that my bill's going to get paid. I know it's late. And they're going to be like, we don't care. It could be a Christian on the phone, a believer on the phone. They'll be like, that means nothing here. Why? Because that's the 3D operation. You need moolah in order to have your lights turned on or keep them on. Okay? Faith is not going to pay for that. Okay? Faith, manifesting resources, would bring that about. But faith alone is not going to have your electricity not be turned off. Because they're not going to accept your faith as earthly currency. It'd be nice if they did. I'd be a rich ass motherfucker. Woo! I'd be a gojillionaire if faith was the currency of the earth. I would be richer than a Saudi prince if faith was the currency of the earth. I might need another planet for all the wealth that I would have if wealth was the currency of the earth. In my mind, I couldn't even fathom how rich I'd be in that case. I hope you can say the same thing. Okay? So, thank you so much as always for tuning in. My name is Nehru. This is The Encourager. Again, today is 4/21, 2024. We are 3 days before the end of the eclipse. I will be posting all of these videos that I've been recording on the 25th. So on the 25th, there's going to be you will see as you listen to this, all right? I don't know what number video this will be, but it'll be one of the first ones probably because it's towards the end. So I'll just load them as I go along or whatever. So you will see from this channel that there will be a lot of videos posted on the 25th. Some may drag into the 26th again because I don't know how long it'll take for YouTube to post them. So, because it's going to be a lot at once. That may or may not matter. I don't know. I do trust that those who need to hear it will hear it just like any other message that is shared on this channel. Also, again, I am happy to announce that I have received passed my Reiki Master certification, and yeah, and so I've also picked up a couple of other things that I'm going to be sharing with us, some goodies. So I've picked up an angel number deck of oracle cards and a couple of other things, and so look forward to sharing those things with you as we move forward and as we gain better clarity, continue to raise our vibration. And I can say this before I go: this is not a one and done thing. Okay, so this is not a This is an everyday thing. So again, the enemy's relentless. We have to be more so. Okay? And the focus is not the enemy. Okay? The focus is Most High. It's Ptah. It's divine source. It's the creator of the universe. Okay? All that lives, all that exists. That is the goal. Okay? So, yeah. So I look forward to sharing all of those things with you, again, using the angel numbers, also along with the angel number book that we will continue to do. I will pick that back up on a daily basis as well on the 25th. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. My name's Nehru. This is The Encourager. And what am I forgetting? Oh, so I will be offering, I'm still getting things together, but I will be offering Reiki sessions. So, and that could be a number of different things. It could be healing for a specific area of your body, for a specific energy source activation. Maybe it's a solar plexus, or you're having an issue with confidence or creativity, or something's blocked, or what have you, right? So I will start to include, when it's ready, calendar and everything. I'm already working on that. The calendar is pretty much done. Really, I'm just really wanting to be in a better place physically so that I can do live videos and that sort of thing. A lot more, I guess, of my face on the screen. But again, that's not what. It'll just be a lot less black screen. Okay, let's say that, right? So anyway. Yeah, but that is part of the reason why I don't show my face here, is because I don't think it's important often. I mean, what does my face have to do with what I'm saying? If it's truth that I'm saying, I could look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Does it really matter what I look like? Or I could look like Fabio. Does it really matter what I look like if I'm telling the truth? It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't. That's why. So, thank you so much again. I hope you come back. Tune in. There's great things happening. Most High is moving on the collective's behalf. We are, I was thinking, shucking and jiving with our ancestors. Like we are in there. We are doing it. So again, thank you so much. Come back, listen in. Thank you for subscribing. My name's Nehru. This is The Encourager. As always, be encouraged.